Hey boys and girls, for this week's workout of the week, we're going to be doing 3 exercises that focus primarily on strengthening our upper body. Now all 3 of these exercises do something a little bit different. We're going to be transferring our weight from what's normally going down into our feet. We're going to be moving our weight into our hands. And so all 3 of these exercises are actually going to be working on strengthening our triceps, our deltoids, these shoulder muscles, our pectorals, the chest muscles, and our abdominals in our core. Now, like I said before, all 3 of these exercises are going to require us to move our weight into our hands, so we're going to be down on the ground for all 3 of these exercises. The first exercise, which is the push-up, is one that many of you are probably very familiar with, but I am going to break it down because I think a lot of people actually do it incorrectly, and if you do it incorrectly, you can get hurt. Now, the first thing, and I think the most important thing, is getting set up properly. So what we need to do, we need to have our hands going straight down, and we're going to have them be shoulder width apart, okay? There are ways to do it wide, there are ways to do it close, but the way we're gonna do it, our hands are gonna go straight down, as if your shoulders, we're going straight down into the ground. And this is very important. Make sure that your fingers are pointing forward. Some people do it with their fingers out, some people do it with their fingers in, and what that can do, that can actually damage our shoulders, or it can damage our elbows. So it's very important that we have our fingers going forward. Now, back to the push-up. Hands shoulder width apart, then we're gonna go back up on our tippy toes, and we're gonna make sure that our back is nice and straight. We don't wanna have a valley, we don't wanna have a mountain, we wanna have nice and straight like it's a board. Okay, from here, what we're going to do, we're gonna bend our elbows straight back, again, making sure that we keep our body straight, and then we're gonna push up. So bend the elbows straight back, push up, straight back, and push up. Now, for many people actually, you might not have enough upper body strength quite yet to be able to do the full push-up. And if that's the case, you can do a modified push-up. For the modified push-up, we start off the exact same way. We have our hands shoulder width apart, making sure that our fingers are pointed forward. And from here, instead of going back up onto our toes, we're gonna stay on our knees, but we're still gonna make sure that our weight is going forward into our hands. And so in order to do this, we're gonna lift up our feet, and again, we're gonna bend our elbows straight back, push them up, straight back, push them up, straight back, and push them up. And that's how you do the push-up. Our next exercise is gonna be the shoulder tap, which a lot of people actually find easier than the push-up. So if you're having a hard time with the push-up, this is a great way to build up strength to be able to eventually do it. For the shoulder tap, we're actually gonna start the same way that we would for a push-up. So we're gonna take our hands, going shoulder width apart, and we're gonna go up on our toes, making sure our body is nice and straight. From here, we're gonna take turns raising our hands and tapping the opposite shoulders. And you'll notice I do rock a little bit side to side, but we wanna try and keep our body as stiff as possible. We don't want to be rocking really, really, really big, because then we're not gonna quite get the strength benefits that we want out of this exercise. Our third and final exercise is one that I like to call the side to side monkey. Now this one's really cool because for this one, we'll actually be moving our weight completely off of our feet, 100% into our hands, just for a moment. And this is what it looks like. You're gonna start in a squatted position like what I'm doing, and you're gonna take your hands and place them off to the side. Once you've done that, you're gonna push off of your feet, and for a moment, you're gonna lift your feet completely off the ground before you place them on the opposite side. So this is what it's gonna look like. Hands go to the side, push off my feet, and I transfer to the other side. And now we do it going back. Hands down, push off the feet, and I transfer to the opposite side. And you'll notice my hands don't really move very much during this exercise. Once I put them down, they stay in place, transfer over, put them down in the same place, transfer over. In fact, if you wanted, you wouldn't even really need to lift them at all. But one thing that you absolutely do need to make sure is that you keep your arms straight. If you bend them during this exercise, then you run the risk of falling forward onto your face, and we don't want that to happen. I want to make sure that all of you stay safe. So one last time, hands go down, arms stay straight, monkey to the side, monkey to the other side. Now let's put the whole workout together. For the push-ups, it doesn't matter if you want to choose to do modified push-ups or if you want to do regular push-ups, but in order to beat level 1, I want to challenge you to do 5 in a row. For level 2, I want to challenge you to do 10 in a row, and for level 3, I want to challenge you to do 15 in a row. For the shoulder taps, if you want to beat level 1, you need to do 10 in a row. For level 2, you need to do 20 in a row, and for level 3, you need to do 30 in a row. And finally, for the side-to-side monkey, if you want to beat level 1, you need to do 4 to each side. Level 2, we're going to do 7 to each side. And finally, to beat level 3, you need to do 10 to each side. There's your workout of the week. I hope you enjoy it. Now go get moving.